Hey everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanksgiving was good for you and everything. I'm actually at my mother's in Franklin, North Carolina. It was a very impromptu trip and decision made about 24, 36 hours in advance and said, hey, we're going to go ahead and go, I got a list a mile wide of stuff that needs to be done on the rental properties, having to do with the business, this, that, and everything like that. Got another job lined up from a customer. The list keeps going on and on and on. And I want to tell you a story. I haven't always been a happy, joyous, go-lucky, free, type of ambitious, go-getter, financially independent type of guy. And, well, we're still not financially independent. If I could travel like I would like to have the option of traveling and spending time with the people that I enjoy spending time with and do that on a regular basis, I'd quit. I really would, okay? Unfortunately, I'm not in that position, all right? I can travel, but not as much as I'd like to. And so, I say all of that for this, okay? Haven't always been in a situation where I have enjoyed life. I've contemplated suicide a couple of times. I remember the last time, and this was a number of years ago, probably about 34 years ago, that I put a 357 in my mouth. I remember the cold taste of the metal. I remember the powder residue on the end of the barrel. I can tell you exactly what it was. It was 357 with 4-inch barrel, adjustable sights, vented rib. I remember the pistol well. Unfortunately, I don't have it any longer. I'm a felon, so there you have it. But I do remember not looking forward to every day that I woke up. And sometimes I prayed, God, take my life. Just don't let me wake up any longer. And I am very thankful that I never did pull that trigger. And, I always had the attitude that there was just always something between me and success. I was too white, too tall, too big, my dad was too smart. There was a reason, okay? And whatever it was, I was grasping at straws left and right, man. I was trying to find everything I could to figure out, it's not going to happen for you and this is why, okay? And the reason why is because of this right here. Me. I'm my worst enemy, okay? And the thing about it is that, and I'm sure none of you all experience any of this, okay? I'm totally unique and nobody else goes through anything like I do, okay? But there's a committee up here, all right? That committee says it'll never work. That's crazy. Don't do that. No, you need the new vehicle right now. Don't wait. Don't buy any more properties to make the payment. Go ahead. You know what? You work hard. You're entitled. Go ahead. Get that car. Get this. Do that. Spend that money. Whatever it is. Oh, you're ugly. Nobody likes you. They don't. That will never happen. Don't ever ask her out. She'll never say yes. You're never going to be loved. Your mother really does not want you to come visit her. Whatever that thing is, I've got that committee, okay? And granted, rarely does it speak to me any longer these days, okay? 30 years ago, it was, it's like that the old Peanuts cartoon, that teacher, wah, 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 so. And the thing about it is that, I had to change my attitude and I had to change my perspective. And, I started doing that and things got a whole lot better, Another thing that I did was my network is my net worth, okay? And that's not always financial, okay? If you're a gymnast and you hang around and you haven't been to the Olympics yet and you hang around 5 people that have been to the Olympics, guess what? Chances are you're going to be number 6, okay? It's just the way that it works, folks. Do me a favor, okay? Try this out on your own, all right? I don't make these rules, okay? 99% of what comes out of my mouth is something that I've hijacked or read from somebody else, okay? It just is, all right? Very little of it's original. There's some, okay? But very little of it is. The thing about it is that your circle of influence, the people that you spend the most time with, you will become that. If you hang out with 5 practicing felons, guess what? Chances are you'll be number 6. It always happens. You know, you see it so often when people get out of prison. What do? They return back to the old playgrounds, playmates, and playthings. What ends up happening? Recidivism. They're back in prison before you know it. It's just the nature of the beast, okay? Now, you don't have to be like that, and that doesn't have to be you, you know? You can turn that message off and say, okay, well, yeah, I'm too tall, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. You know what? I'm going to pursue this. I'm going to make this happen. You know what? Yeah, I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but I'm going to go ahead and ask her out. You know what? You never know, because I have learned that if somebody says, hey, no, I'm not going to go out with you, and they really don't know anything about you, they're not telling you no. They're telling a perception of you that they have. And usually that hasn't been any time at all that they formed that perception. I get it, okay? I might not be everybody's cup of tea. I'm good with that. You know, just the same as I did a roof quote for a lady the other day. We were nailing it. Sounded like, you know, I was very surprised that they didn't go ahead and sign up. I did ask them, tell me for feedback purposes, you know, why the decision you made was to go with the other person. Well, they answered questions after hours, and they kept in contact, and we heard from them 4 or 5 times before they actually came over to do the estimate and everything. It had nothing to do with quality of work. It had nothing to do with how long the company's been in business. It had nothing to do with the price. It had nothing to do with the quality of materials. It had everything to do with they made me feel good. What do they tell you in sales? People do business with people they want to. Not the best price, not the best choice. They do business with people that they want to do business with. I don't make the rules, folks, but I do have to pay attention to them, and I do have to be honest that they do exist. And the thing about it is that, again, your net worth is going to be your net worth. Other thing about it is, everything you do requires money. You get out of bed, that required money. You're sleeping somewhere, housing costs money, the bed costs money, the sheets cost money. If you got electricity, that costs money. If you had clothes on when you woke up, those cost money as well. Everything. Learn the rules of money. You might not want to play the game, okay? You might not want to have $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 extra every month coming in for you to do as you please, okay? I understand that might be a lot of decisions that you end up having to make. Oh my God, where are we going to go on vacation this month? What kind of new vehicle would I like to buy this month? What stock would I like to buy this month? What college would I like to send my grandkids to? You might not want to make all those decisions. I get it, okay? It's mind-boggling. It'll smoke the brain, okay? That's a lot to comprehend right there. Thing about it is that the very first thing, no matter what you build, it requires what? A foundation. You need to have some type of savings account, rainy day fund, whatever you want to call it, money you put away that unless somebody is going to die because they don't get any of your money, then you have a rainy day fund. So if anything does happen, you've got money to deal with. You would not believe the amount of people that I have calling me that's like, hey man, you know, we really need a place and everything. And I'm like, okay, I got something at the end of the month. No, we need to move today. And I'm like, all right, you know, what, do you have any money? Or no, we're going to need you to help us with the deposit. And I'm like, okay, so somebody just had an arm amputated and, you know, or you had to buy the kidney machine for your mom. Well, no, you know, seems, you know, the car blew a motor and, you know, and this and that and everything. And my wife, you know, she hasn't been working for 3 months or something like that. And it goes on, you know. Last people I evicted, oh, you know, they haven't been working for, you know, this last month and everything, and they're not doing this and everything like that. You know, I told you all when I was doing a video of the place that attic access was removed. I said it's drugs. Well, house cleaner comes, finds syringes all over the place, Looks like there's 3 different stash spots, so I wonder if the husband was holding out from the wife, or the wife was holding out for the husband, or they just forgot where they put everything at. You know, you just never know about these kind of things, you know? Just saying. So, again, you know, the greatest form of self-love is to make sure that whatever it is that you have, you do your very best to make sure that it's secure and can stay on a status quo. You know, I have a lot of people that ridicule me because I am all about financial independence. And the thing is that, again, no matter what you do, it requires money, okay? The other thing is like me coming on this trip to visit my mom, guess what? It costs money, all right? Thankfully, I had some that I was able to say, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and make the trip, you know. If I'd had to spend $1,000 on a plane ticket, that would not have mattered, okay? I don't say this in a sense of superiority. It's just that I have made changes in my life. You know, in Life is a Trade, my buddy Gerald Peters, follow him on Full Auto 11. He talks a lot about this kind of thing. Life is a trade, you know. He did a video a few days ago about, you know, my life revolves around real estate. Well, mine does too, okay? I am constantly looking at videos on craftsmanship, carpentry, how to prove my skill set. You know, I'm looking to try to find more deals. I'm looking at deals, you know, that I've seen other people do, and how could that deal affect me? What do I have that I could emulate? And then I'm looking at my properties. How is it that I can make mine more valuable? What is it that I can do with those? And so you're constantly looking at these things and trying to figure these things out. Reason that I say this to you is that no matter your background, where you come from, what you're doing, it can always be better. And if you truly love yourself, you know, the Bible never talks about you should rise to a level of mediocrity. You should rise to a level of just being average and then stop. You shouldn't continue to grow. Don't rely on me anymore. Once you've got this thing figured out, you know, you can throw me away. You don't have to rely on me. No more prayer, no more singing, no praise, none of that stuff. It doesn't talk about that. It talks a lot about abundance. It talks a lot about prosperity. And it talks a lot about giving back. Well, one of the best ways for me to give back is to set an example, okay? It's a wonderful thing to make money, and almost as fun as making it is giving it away. And the more that you have, the more benefit that you can bring to others, okay? But I stress this to you. Make sure that those people are willing to help themselves first before you try to help them, okay? Because that blessing you bestow upon them will basically fall dead because they're not able or equipped to be able to deal with it. It's just the same reason that when, you know, somebody hits the lottery, they lose it in 5 years. I mean, millions and millions of dollars, and you say, man, that's so hard to believe, but it's not. When you put 50 people on a payroll and start giving everybody, you know, a brand new King Ranch $100,000 truck and everything, and Jimmy John, 3rd generation removed cousin, comes out of the woodwork, and you give him a little mobile home and this and that and everything, before you know it, you know, you've blown through 10, 15 million. It's really not that hard to do when you start doing that, because you have no concept of money, okay? It's basically worthless because what did you have to do to give it? You had to fill out that paper they inserted in the machine and said, that's $5, and you got 5 tickets, boom, you won, or whatever it took, okay? That was not like you hammering nails for a year. You got up $10,000, and then you bought your first rental property, and then you hammered nails for another $10,000, or for another year, saved another $10,000. And the money you made off the rental property, oh, you didn't touch that. Oh, no, you did not. And you banked it, and you had self-discipline, and you said no. And then all of a sudden you got $14,000 because you made a 4 from the house, and now you got the 10 from the second year, and now we're going and buying another house. And you start to understand the dollar. See, if you can't take care of $50, you can't take care of 50,000. Trust me on that, okay? Money's not going to change you. Money's like alcohol. It's going to amplify what you are. If you're a jerk, you're going to become a bigger jerk. If you give your money away now, you're going to give even more of it away. Okay? I don't make the rules, folks, but I do have to play by them. So, hope you're having a fantastic day. This has been a great Thanksgiving for you. I'm breathing this nice North Carolina mountain air, having a good time, and I am looking forward to getting back into the grind because I love to hustle. Have a wonderful day.